Hi everybody, I'm going to be going over this homework problem as an example for one of the discussion boards in our class. So I here am pretending I am a student doing a discussion post. So I want to go over how to solve this problem, and to do that I have to open the information in Excel, and to do that I want to select this little tiny box and open in Excel. So once it downloads, you can open in Excel, and then it will do that, and this will be on the top, and it will say enable editing, and you have to allow that. And now all the data is the same between my homework problem and what's inside Excel. For this problem, I have to do the mean, and then I've already done it. So the mean and the variance and the standard deviation and some question I don't remember. So I don't have the formula memorized, so I'm just going to go to the question help and look at the formula. Do an example. So this is the formula for the mean. So you have to add up the x column times the probability of the x column. So if you go back to Excel, you can see they're already named x and probability of x. So all I have to do is multiply them all, and then when I'm done multiplying, I add them all up. So you're supposed to make sure that it's a probability distribution first. So I have to make sure that there's no blanks and that they all add up to 1. And if you just highlight them, then what they add up to shows up down here in the bottom. So you can see they add up to 1. And then I also have to make sure that there's no negatives and none are bigger than 1. And you can see that there's no negatives and none are bigger than 1. Okay, so since I made sure it's a probability distribution, I'm going to do that x times P of x, times, and then it's literally just that. So I hit the equal sign to say that I'm going to do math, and then I select the first number, and then times with a little asterisk key, which is like Shift 8 on the keyboard. And then the other number, okay, and then you can see it color codes them too, so I'm multiplying the blue and the red together. And I got 0, which is fine because this number is 0, but that really freaked me out the first time. So this number is 0, so when you multiply them across it, you're going to get 0. And then like on this line, I'll for sure get like 217 because this is times 1. And then I'll get double this over here and triple this down here. Okay, so that worked fine. So then we can just drag it down. So if I have the big, wide, white plus sign, that won't drag. I have to go to the corner and get that skinny black plus sign, and then I can drag that down. Okay, and so I can make sure that one was 217 like I thought, and then that's like 9-ish, and that's like 18-ish, so that worked out fine. Okay, so then over here I'm supposed to add them all up. So again, if I just look down here, it tells me what the sum is, so it's 0.556. Is that enough decimal? It says round to 1 decimal point, so that's fine. So it's 0.56. No, it's 0.6. So close, and then it's going to put 0.6 here. Enter. Okay, so now I have to find the standard deviation, and that one's longer, or sorry, the variance, and that one's longer. So I'm going to do the question help again because I don't have it memorized. So continue. Continue. Okay, here it is. So the variance is the same thing as the standard deviation squared, so I have to take each one of the x's and subtract the mean that I just found, and then square it, and then I have to multiply by p of x. So if I go back to this, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the mean because I need it now. So sum, open brackets, and then I have to highlight all these and then enter. And so that's the same mean. So here I was supposed to do x minus the mean. So I'm going to equals and then open parentheses and then x and then subtract the mean. And then I have to make sure that the red one never changes because when I drag down, I need all of these to change, but I don't want the red one to ever change because on the formula, I'm always subtracting the same number. So I can just type in that number if I wanted to, but I'm going to do it the fancy way. And if you hit F4 at the very top of the keyboard, it'll add these dollar signs, which makes it lock onto this so it won't move anymore. And if you can't find F4, then you can just put the dollar sign manually, which is like Shift 4, and then you literally just type in a dollar sign right here. then close parentheses and times the p of x, nope, this one, and then, oh, I forgot to square it, so caret 2, okay, and then that's it. So I didn't get 0 this time because this time I was subtracting, and so I don't end up with 0 anymore. So if I drag that down, I should get everybody, and then I have to add them up again, and I'll just do it manually again because I might need this, sum, and then highlight these, and enter. Okay, so then round to 1 decimal place, so that would be 0.9, close, 0.9, enter. Oh, cool, I did it right again. Okay. So then the standard deviation of the probability distribution is the square root of that, and I've done that wrong before, so even though it looks like it should be 0.3, I've been wrong before, so I just want to double check. So equals, and then square root, SQRT, short for square root, and then I'm going to click on the number. So yeah, see, like that doesn't make any sense, but okay, so that's the square root of that, and that's another 0.9, so it's 0.9 still. Okay. All right, and then interpret the results in the context of a real-life situation. A household on average has 0.6 dogs with a standard deviation of 16 dogs. Okay, I'm going to pause it while I read all these. So just by reading them, this is the only one that has the same mean, and mean is the same thing as average. It's average. So either this one or this one, and then I don't know where 16 dogs would come from. So I'm going to say that it's the 0.9 because that matches my standard deviation. So C and check answer. And I got it right. Okay, so that's my solution using Excel. Thanks.